This was the very last plant on Earth, and to claim it, the water fairy and the fire god went to war. The fire god shot a beam of sunlight from his palm, and the little green sprout instantly grew taller. But just then, a few drops of water fell onto the sprout. The water fairy stepped forward. She swirled her hand through the air, pulling steam into shining drops of water, and sprinkled them over the sprout. The sprout drank it in and grew stronger. The fire god didn't like that one bit. He broke into the sun dance, blasting the sprout with even more light. Under the heat, the sprout stretched higher again. And, in the very next breath, she called in dark clouds and poured down rain. The fire god wasn't about to back down. He brought both hands together and shot out a fierce blaze of sunlight straight onto the sprout. The water fairy raised the stakes. She spread her arms and pulled in heavier clouds, unleashing a downpour. Now the sprout not only formed a flower bud, but the fire god's head went completely bald. That insult lit his anger on fire. He unleashed power like never before. The water fairy answered back, building wave after wave of energy until she pulled a massive tidal wave across the desert itself. Ashamed and furious, the fire god finally decided to show his true strength. The water fairy, seeing this, vowed to give it everything she had. Their powers clashed right above the fragile sprout. The bud, about to bloom, shook violently in the storm, and then the blast of fire and water exploded. The sprout lost all signs of life. The fire god hung his head, crushed with defeat. But then, a single tear slid down the water fairy's cheek, falling softly onto the withered flower, and in that moment, the flower stirred. The fire god saw hope flicker back to life. He pushed out beam after beam of sunlight. The water fairy followed, feeding the sprout with crystal drops of dew. The dried up flower slowly came back, and the lifeless desert turned green again.